Pisces, and as you know, I come up in here with one eyelash on, still putting on my lip gloss. But I'm here. Sorry about the tarty. But this is some good stuff. I like it. I feel that there's some energy coming from another person. And then there's also messages for you. Some adjustments being made, looking in the mirror, honey. And I love it. It's a reflection of some sort that changes things from this despair, all right, to something beautiful. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. So on the thumbnail, just in case you're curious, which I'm sure you're not, I put a star and then there was a mirror, right? So there could be two different stars, one pop up in the mirror and one looking at the motherfucker. There could also be this reflection that someone needs to see. So I feel that someone that may be, you know, not in your presence, they could be having this awakening moment to the things in their life kind of reflecting things that you've said or an experience that you all have had. There are some people in separation where the other person is having like this awakening, this long, hard, refusing to see sort of breakdown. It's killing them. It's making them worse for some people. Others could be reaching out. So we have been having readings that talk about incoming communications, unexpected events, or just leveling up, where you have the decision or the choice. And even some of you are aware and contemplating, is dealing with this situation, this thought, or this person going to reconnect, those cords that I've severed, right? If that's the phrase for it. And it's your choice. There's a lot about choices that's been coming up. So whether you choose to kind of like go into something changed is a choice. Has it changed? Have they changed? Have you changed? Really? Or is it the same thing? So some things that could be contemplated. But the first card that came out and was clarified with the fish, so I'm gonna go with Pisces. This is like the Emperor Empress card, right? The square is connected to the Emperor. However, these threes right here, with this three in the center, because there is a tower coming up. I just thought it was kind of cool. Now the castle could be a body, literally a house, and with the Five of Swords and the tower, it could talk about some of you that may have legalities, foreclosures, bankruptcies, evictions. Maybe you're trying to apply for something, fix your credit, or it just talks about taking care of people because some of you are head of household, coming up as the wolf, and it's like the alpha person that's responsible for everyone else's well-being, and it's like, who's going to take care of me type of deal, and kind of like looking in the mirror, kind of reflecting on some choices and decisions, whether you're going to take action on something, and if you don't take action, because you have the cheetah, which voluntarily takes action, I believe, and then you have the storm. So it's like, do we sit in the eye of the storm? Is sometimes what this tarot card or what this oracle card would suggest, but it's something about this cheetah that I don't feel like is sitting in no eye of the storm, right? So starting off with the deer fish and the castle, survival mode, persistence, having strength. It talks about intervals. So I feel like you and this person that's in my mind or possibly in yours, you guys have intervals where things may slow down and speed up. It also talks about fearlessness and embracing change. And so I would love that for the person that may have gone into a different direction. I love that for my Pisces. But the palace, the penthouse, the fortress, visiting your throne of power. It talks about duality, which is much like the lovers. And so I feel like the castle could represent the lover of Pisces, but feel free to interchange the roles. Something that projects the image of achievement. So for some of us, it's kind of like your lucky break. If you've been in this Five of Pentacles energy, if you feel like you're at the halfway mark, if there's been some despair, a loss of job, seeking permanent residence, or if there has been a divorce, a breakup, or a separation. For some of you, there's a wild card, and it's something about fate. Either that situation was fated to happen, or what happens next is fated. So I thought that was pretty interesting because it sounds a little serious, but projecting, in a sense, life could be projecting to someone through this mirror. And it also talks about a person who projects things upon you. So just be mindful of that. And it could be someone way back down in the deeps that could have had like some control or authority over your well-being. Okay, there could be some unexpected situations with a company, a provider, a landlord, an authority figure, or just this alpha person. But what it does is changes your perspective and causes some sort of growth or transformation within you. So I do like that for what it's worth, but I would hate for any of this to come along in a form of discomfort. Okay. Now, there may be a little bit of discourse, okay, or disorder. Before I jumped the gun, you also had your mantra card for today was very interesting. So let me slow down. It says, I open my soul to the realm of the miraculous, where infinite resourcefulness, goodness, and generosity bestow upon abundant blessings endlessly. That is the mantra for the person that's having this big change of luck in the near future, from this Five of Pentacles energy into this transformative thing where now like a block is released from your thinking or your perspective is expanded, and you have access to solutions. You have access to deeper knowledge, and it transforms you or transmutes something in a way where you may not even notice yourself. Some of you that, if you're anything like me, right? I'll sit down and I'll contemplate, and I don't know if it's the Pisces in me or the Gemini, but I can make reason with things. I'm very deep, right? And watery, but also super intelligent and detached. So I have made reason for people that is very healing, and it's not projecting or dismissing or detaching or being disillusioned, right? I know all the psychological phrases. It's more so if I have goals and ambitions, right? And I don't accomplish them as fast as I'd like or as passionately as I'd like, I do take accountability for attracting some of those circumstances into my life through soulmates. So if I meet people or I notice patterns that are inconsistent, non-committal, a little flaky, kind of whimsical, wishy-washy, you just can't hold them down or figure them out. I take accountability for areas of my life where I may do that. So for some of us, career and domestic matters are important. Others of us, romantic relationships are highlighted because y'all, please tune in tonight when we do this love reading, because it was shuffled out. And I wanted to save it for tonight, but it does involve like romantic love. I just packed them up and sat them to the side so that I could do our daily vibe or our morning show. We normally don't do love readings in the morning. So I was like, dang it. When the cards shuffled out love, because I say, Spirit, what do you want to talk about? And I let Spirit take control. So we would have been talking about love this morning, but that's not our normal thing. And I don't want to piss off the people that come in for motivation or soul purpose and whatever the important news of the day is. So anyways, just to throw that out there. There's that. Okay. Now, like I said, with the Tower and the Cheetah, disorder, chaos, a whirlwind relationship. That's that world card. That also came up yesterday for some of my Pisces. There is a situation that leads to completion of a cycle or just feeling complete, but it didn't come easy or it doesn't come easy. And it's something that a lot of you may have had to experience overnight, or it felt like it came out of nowhere. But you're built for it. You're making it through it. And there's a cherry on top. Something relied upon slips away by fate. It could be a relationship. You may be the one that got away to this person. Others of you, I feel that it's like a possession of some sort. That's why I said a literal home, or your means of providing for yourself. There could be situations with that. And then something making it hard to see or think straight, which talks about a little bit of dysfunction. So it may be frustration. I know with my water signs, sometimes when the Tower comes up and I got this swan right here, I think of like the Knight of Cups, who's very passionate and does things that are heartfelt and goes in pursuit of what's in the heart. But any little bit of turbulence could lead to some temperamental behavior, disruptive behavior, a disaster, right? And we're not doing that. But because the river is here and the water was there and the hunter was there, I did think about the Knight of Cups. So someone could bring something to you unexpectedly, or an event or a situation could happen unexpectedly. And it's like we're not in our heads. we're not being smart, we don't have the energy for it. And with the emotions there, being vulnerable in this like despaired kind of vibe, it's just like I feel the challenge is, or the advice could be, to take action, to pause in the moment, and do what a leader would do. You know what I'm saying? Or use this moment for some reflection, reflect on things or make some adjustments. It also talks about the integrity and value of a person. Like, are we showing that? Because the Mirror and the Queen of Cups literally did come up over here, Pisces. So it may talk about Cancer. It also may talk about the subconscious. So when I think about a house and like subconscious, unless there's some shit in the basement that you just don't want to get up and clean out, you're going to have to. Okay. Or you and your partner arguing about it because they're supposed to be the fixer. And it's just like a reflection, of our thoughts, and us feeling entitled in our perspectives or whatever. So then we have the seeker, which I feel like is you, Pisces, or it's the person who is focused, respectful, seasoned, and energized. This is the person going through the storm. So I thought that that was kind of cool. The uncool part of it is crossing the Five of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. It does talk about a little bit of irresponsibility. So that's where the Mirror taking accountability for some things could help heal. Okay. There may be some violations. Someone could feel violated in a situation. And it also talks about a precise mission with an aim. So I felt violated. Respect was a factor. And now there's like some aim of some sort. So what was your aim? What is your aim, Pisces, or what is their aim? It talks about the possessions that we're gripping. And so that's why something physical, materials could be involved. Okay. Going far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to the heart. That is exactly what the Knight of Cups would do. And for some of us, we are doing that, where these cards now give me like this Eight of Cups vibe. And then we walk away from one thing, and then there's still like, I don't want to say a shit show, but there could have been some temperament, or a shit show that you didn't see. Upon you walking away from somebody, they've just been going through it and you have no idea. You may have an idea, could have provoked it. They say don't play with a Pisces. But for some of you, yeah, it's just transforming whoever this alpha was that had your attention, child, that left you feeling despair. It's like the roles are reversed. And those of you that could have been dealing with some dark magic, some nasty little foes, or I think the new word is ops or whatever, I do feel like their return to sender may be working. Okay. So that's good news. Others of you could be aligning with the wolf. It talks about reflection, forgiveness, acceptance. For some, overwhelming emotions may be flooding and being pulled toward change. So that's what I said. It's my Pisces, it's my op, it's my cross watcher, but there's someone that could be going through an emotional whirlwind after some unexpected event or perspective or situation happened. Could even be an unexpected person. Okay. So I thought that that was interesting. Okay, just a second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so yeah, the seeker. One moment. Okay, sorry. I had an emergency phone call. And I appreciate you guys waiting. So we were at the seeker, being focused, okay? And it talks about respectful and seasoned. So I feel like there may have been a lesson learned through a situation, whether it's in regards to a person, place, an event, and or a perspective, okay? Because sometimes the Five of Pentacles in this position could talk about overspending or just doing something and then having a change of heart, or being, excited about starting something new, getting halfway through it, and whatever discrepancies that we normally face, whether it's a new relationship, a new business, a new home, whatever goal that you have in mind, it's about taking action. Now, somebody that may have took action, right, and there could have been a separation, wants to come back to Pisces. That's definitely there, because you have the Tower here with the cheetah, which the cheetah is the one that probably stirred up the shit that caused Pisces to walk away, or that hurt Pisces and left in the first place. Now want to run back to the fish after this sudden download, this awakening, or the series and events that may have happened in their lives, right? It's like guiding them back to Pisces, where there's this reflection, this mirror moment, which is okay. Now, like I said, for those of you that are into like mirror magic, that can be used for confidence, to pick one up off the ground and see the true star that you are. Others of you, if there's some dark energy looming, if there's some mirror magic, or any sort of spell work that may have been done, because that did come up, that return to sender gonna hit. Okay, so just keep your mind focused. If those of you feel like you've been under like a psychic attack, or somebody's manipulating your energy, it just talks about staying balanced. It talks about the integrity or value within your energy within itself, not diluting it and spreading it too thin, or worried about the wrong thing. Okay, now change is coming up, for some of you, and it could be changing in how we want to dominate things, a judgmental behavior. And then it also talks about upholding the well-being of a pack, where you're kind of like over something. Okay. Again, my apologies. All right. So I'm going to turn the phone off because they just got an earful and some curse words. Now, we are back to you, Pisces, aligning with this wolf. That is where we were, where it talks about the reflection, acceptance, the overwhelming emotions, and some of you change. There could have been situations where there was some judgmental behavior or someone wanted to dominate the situation, where tolerance and practicing letting go could have been the goal. So if there was a catalyst to some sort of unexpected event, a soulmate or a person, any karma in your life, it just talks about practicing letting go, having some sort of tolerance, upholding the well-being of yourself and those in your environment. It also talks about a guardian of some sort of the family. Now, there could be some of you that may have lost loved ones, could have inherited things, or just becoming like the power of attorney for an elder or someone that could be disabled. Those situations could come up. It talks about undergoing great change, and for some of you in your relationship sectors, your careers, and it talks about discomforts and patience. Okay, so committing to a daily routine would help. It also talks about graceful versus frustrated. And so the daily routines, I feel, help with the frustration or the idle time. Whatever those daily routines and practices are, it just puts you in a winner mindset. Those of us that have experienced some discomforts or some unexpected losses, some possessions getting repossessed, some relationships not panning out, or a career not making you as satisfied as you'd like to be, and you having like some bad feels about it. You know, we don't want to get into the dark night of the soul or just fall too deep down into despair. It talks about daily habits, doing a routine, doing something consistent, possibly that you like, whether it's a hobby or a talent or something creative. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, for others of you, it also speaks to adjustments being made in the habits. And I do have a habit changing program. If you're interested, you can go to PiscesTV.com, check it out on the Etsy store, or it may be, I think it's more productive for my clients that work one-on-one with me, but it's less expensive to just take the package and do it yourself, you know, if you have that type of discipline. Anyway, shameless plug. For some of you, living arrangements could be a source of conversation, as well as a change of heart or some sort, because we talked about this like Knight of Cups sort of energy, some adjustments, you know, something that may need forgiven, some things from the past. It just goes on, you know. So if you've been here from the start, apologize for my brief silences, but there's that. Now, on a spiritual level, chakras being aligned for the work ahead. Some of you, there may be some adjustments in the things that you think about. You may be growing and blooming in ways of power and authority, coming out of despair and needing help from others, or just feeling lost in the world, like you don't belong and don't fit. I feel that your confidence is going to improve and you're going to get more attention. And I don't know if it's the attention to your progress, growth, projects, or beauty, whatever it is that you're working on that helps stimulate you. I don't know if it's the transits or if it's just time for it. But there you have that. Understanding of what is being seen or shown to oneself is what I felt for the person that may have left my Pisces or took from my Pisces or feels that Pisces is the one that got away. This person could be seeing themselves because the mirror card came out in my shuffle, which now I see how important it is, because you have the hunter here who's in pursuit of something. Like I said, giving me, it's like a mix between the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And so if I put the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups in the same car and have to guess where they're going, it's to beat somebody's ass, because that's what they have in common. A very temperamental, destructive sort of nature about something they care about. It's passion for one person and it's my feelings for the other person. So this mirror effect, if some of you have had some discrepancies and some grievances, it's that two peas in the pot kind of thing. And that's a touchy situation, because it's just like someone who may have issues or complications with a parent who hates hearing you just like them, right? So those kind of situations could be the outcome of the situation, and or the advice given is to just kind of look in the mirror when a thing comes up, and I think that they are definitely looking in the mirror. Being passive could cost you an opportunity. So for some of you guys, if we wait, if we're fickle, going one direction, wanting to go the other one, stopping and starting, non-committal, and don't have the best daily routine practices or habits, an opportunity could be missed because of a little bit of wishy-washiness. So be mindful of that. New ideas follow patterns. So some of you guys could have new, big, bright ideas. Others of you may be now coming into awakening of patterns. And if you or anything like me, Pisces, I have said that before. So if you told somebody, you're in a pattern, you stuck in a loop, or we always do this, or you always do that, they could be reflecting on some of your words, Pisces, or you're reflecting on some of your own words. Now, the five senses come up. So regardless of what those five senses are, it does talk about how and where they're being used. So for some of you, it's like your gifts and your abilities that we talked about may be improving, whether it's clairvoyance, clairaudience, some metaphysical gifts may be enhancing, and there's a talk about how to use them, right? The Five of Pentacles is like not the best health, whereas the Ten of Pentacles would have been like prestigious, health or whatever. So when it comes to that, there may need to be, a few changes, some time. It also talks about fate. And then, like I said, our energy goes wherever the mind flows. So for some of you, the adjustments in what we pay attention to, how we even look at change, transformations, and growth could be of essence in that department if you're trying to expand as far as your ideas, your patterns in life, and like your goal as far as your soul purpose or answering the call. Now, judging one's situation based on one like that from the past could also be involved in these situations. Now, I don't know if it's Pisces that was kind of judging somebody up, or there's a pattern that we're currently backsliding into right now, and or in spirit says no, so great, and or the other person that may be involved, where it talks about some homesickness or home being where the heart is and feeling some sort of void. I feel like a situation may have come up where the grass wasn't green on the other side, or whatever the case may be, and that could lead to you guys having some conversations. Risk taking, misfortunes, mental pastimes, your mind kind of being centered now may be more favorable. And taking stock of something is also kind of like reflecting, taking stock on what we got, what we trying to get, and how much time we got and what we're trying to do it with. Some of you guys may be making some adjustments there, or maybe weighing the pros and cons on if you're going to do it this way or that way. Because justice is right here, and we have the river or the hunter. Are we going to cry about it, or are we going to go out and fix it and get it? Right? And that is a reflection of who you are. How you choose to handle this situation, or how they chose to handle you, could be how someone's reflecting on themselves. And I don't see that as a bad thing. I do see that someone feels as if they're passive and could have missed an opportunity. So they got this egotistical, like impulsive alpha thing going on. And I don't know if that's best. That could have led to a breakup or being fired. You could have tried to get that raise and asserted yourself right on into you ain't getting it today. That could have happened. So new opportunities await, so relax, right? It also talks about homework or security, feeling threatened in those areas. So at home, with your work life, or just your security feels threatened, and it's this like fight or flight type of energy. And again, it's a reflection or something that source is aware that's happening. Your spirit guides, fate is aware that this thing is happening, but I don't think you do or they do. So that's what's kind of interesting. And that's why we all love tarot. Now, having a limited range and movement is why somebody would be fickle and want to go back or want to run, because it feels like a limited range. It feels like for every step you take forward, it's 3 steps back, or you trying to start something up. You try to have a new perspective. You try to trust somebody again. And it just feels like, XYZ elemental P, whatever the case. Just be mindful of that. All right. A positive understanding um, may benefit you, as well as centering yourself in whatever stability you do have, to not be moving out of that chaotic, unstable energy. Because, like I said, for some, it's actually instability as far as finance, job, and a place to stay. And others of us, the instability comes from the wrath, okay, or the rage of my Knight of Cups or my Knight of Wands, not feeling too happy, okay, and just like beating their chest and letting the ego talk to them, which I don't think is going to help. And sources just like, just sit down and look at yourself, look yourself in the eye. And that's also strength training that I learned when doing different yoga practices and just getting familiar with a lot of the signs. The what is it? The Tibetan dragon was super dope. And then the one where you do look in the mirror, staring, glaring at the third eye or looking in between your eyes, is supposed to be like a recharge. So for some of us, there's a recharge, and you go from this despaired energy to a beautiful swan that's calm and peaceful. And it's kind of like the King of Cups, where we do have contentment and acceptance, and we're doing better in business, and we're not people pleasing and being passive aggressive, and we just sitting calm on the water, and we can see ourselves. But up here with the runner and the hunter, it's like, is this me? The hunter is the one in pursuit of something, right? That's not going to stop till I get it. It's like I'm aiming for that, and that's it. And it's either you, Pisces, or somebody that's, after your ass or whatever. I'm not going to stop till I get you. And then here's the river, which the river represents the water or consciousness. And I just noticed how the mirror, because it's a mirror card in this deck, is on this picture of the river. And guess who it is? It's the hunter. So it's like the above type of energy. So I feel like the spiritual aspect of a person, right, is affecting the physical aspect, or something manifesting into the physical from the spiritual, because this is a reflection, or seeing one's own reflection. So it's like, what about the reflection is someone seeing? They're seeing themselves in someone else, whether it's, I admire your hustle. You in savage mode, I'm in savage mode. What we're going to do for each other? How's this going to benefit me? Where's some pros and cons? What's right and what's wrong? Type deal. And then ultimately, the river and the hunter are not separate. The swan is just sitting in the water calmly, not on the run and not really moving. The cheetah is moving like a motherfucker. But the whole reading kind of said there's no more time to waste. So for some of us, there may be some wasting of time because we look in the mirror and see something we don't like. So is that preventing someone from getting out the house, starting a new relationship, having the confidence that's necessary? Because we did talk a little bit about body image and, recalibrating ourselves. We talked about new images and new ways of being, and all of these things that some of you may want to manifest. And some of you, I've had clients that say, I haven't dated in 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, 20 years for whatever reason. And it's people that say, I've always been spiritually gifted. I never knew what to do with it. Since I was a little girl, since I was a teenager, and they don't even play with it. It's just kind of like a thing. They don't even take seriously. Because I was like, oh, okay, well, we got courses, or I can give you some practical ways to heighten your spiritual abilities and turn your hobbies into streams of income. And it's like, ha ha ha, girl, I ain't taking that stuff serious. I wouldn't even know what to do when it came to that. I don't know how to run no channel. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. So it's like, well, how do you have discomfort in where you are and all of these goals and abilities and superpowers you got, but then when somebody talks about using them or holds you accountable for being who you think you are, it could be an upset. Like, are you who you think you are type deal when you look in that mirror? So I thought that was also very interesting. But calmness, self-esteem, gentleness, coexisting with power, resilience, and following the hunches could be important for some of you. Some of you are going to coexist with this alpha ego person, whether it's thyself or thy one that said Pisces was the one that got away. someone may choose. Others of you, it's like I'm choosing what's right, and what's right is me doing my thing and getting through my shit. Others of us could, be passive and kind of like settle for or accept an event, a situation, or a person. And that's where the message came to play, that stated, an opportunity could be missed. So I don't know, but we can pull some cards to see what else we got here. I did want to like get a clarifier for the river and the hunter. Oh look, you got the Mother of Cups came back up. Let me be nosy. Ah, okay. Uh, I don't know if she's representing the subconscious or this gut feeling, or a partner. Oh, look at that. That's competitive. That's Pluto and Scorpio energy. Now, the Mother of Cups in shadow is also a very aggressive person that is not going to sleep until she gets you back. That's that return to sender energy too. Somebody is aware and has activated their gifts and abilities and have increased their power of the heart, and or have been released. Okay. Some reward of some sort has been released, and I like that. Something very rewarding, something that they're paying attention to and their focus is on. Now notice that the butterfly is in the center of the reading, and the butterfly is also with the Six of Wands, which talks about luck, some sort of change, some sort of transformation. And look who's having that transformation. I said it was my Knight of Cups. And what is he trying to transform? Possibly the finances or being single. Maybe I want to change being single and offer you this cup because I see something in you. Well, what do you see in me? Some nasty shit. Look like some freaky shit. And I just like your sauce. I like your spice and your pizzazz. But it's challenging. Now, I feel like the Devil card with the Five of Wands and the Mother of Cups, there's definitely something dark in the subconscious or psyche of a person that I feel like could interfere with their ability to let go. Whether it's like this obsessive compulsive, you ain't leaving me, I don't like rejection type of energy, or just a low vibration from being worn out because you've been on this trip for a while. I got the 10 of Cups here, and I knew I felt that 8 of Cups, like somebody trying to get to their happily ever out there. Source said don't settle. Let's see what the Swan is about. Ooh, rest. Now, see, this unexpected thing. Oh my God, with the Hierophant, the Frog, the Cobra, and the Cosmic Egg, somebody's healing from, see, look at this. Here's the Empress again with the Tower and the Four of Swords. So that does talk about some sort of rest, peace, resolve, resolution, some quiet after the storm, some surrendering, and some acceptance. Could be a mother, could be a wife, could be a female, but it also speaks to abundance. Some shocking, unexpected thing that happens in the process of wherever your abundance lies. All right. That's very interesting. And I feel like this overwhelming emotion, having some emotional discipline may be necessary. Spirit is also saying for some of you, I'm protecting you from things going a different way. Now, where your name is being discussed, where your potential is being not used properly, and where your awareness is are things within your control. Okay, Spirit, tell them. We also have, hold on. We also, okay, so Spirit said lead the sea serpent out there. Great. We have the sea serpent and the lamb. That's a martyr. I've seen that in a natal chart where somebody feels they have to work hard and suffer to be able to deserve some sort of success, some sort of love, which is that dark energy in the psyche that'll always make us feel not good enough and will always make us think we have to work harder, which is that passive aggressive people pleasing energy of my King of Cups in shadow. And look, when I said that, 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck with judgment and thinking. So there could be some wish fulfillment for past efforts, but you got to go deep down off up in that subconscious, child, and clear all that stuff out, which could take some time. And you guys, we had a message at the beginning of the video that there's no more time. Oh, as soon as I said something about time, I was picking this up. Missed opportunity because of our observation, because of something we said, because of feeling insecure and not ready was a missed opportunity. And it also talks about just depression or sadness. This is Aquarian energy here. And I believe the 5 would be connected to my Knight of Cups. So if I have that, my Knight of Cups and this 5 of Cups energy, I missed an opportunity with you. And that could come across in a message, the text message. What is this 5 of Pentacles? Look at that. The tiger and the panther. So a purge of some sort or in pursuit of something. It's going to go either way. It's different for all of you. Somebody is just going to feel the vitality and the energy needed to go to course. I'm going to hunt for what it is that I want. Look at that. And somebody else could be overwhelmed by emotions. That's what that justice card is there for. It's like you're going to see how far you've come. You're going to see exactly who you are. For some of you, Libra may be involved. For others of you, it talks about the neurological system, anxiety, trust, sleepless nights. Somebody being on the prowl all night and not going to sleep because of some, you know, some things that they may be putting in their body. Okay. You better watch that. Y'all are drinking and that smoking is going to catch up. That's why that 5 of Pentacles is there. I did ask about the 5 of Pentacles. So it talks about the brain, the health, and the household. Don't be spending the kids' juice money on adult juice now. Because every time I say something like that, this card come right back up. This partying. You ain't going to find that girl in the club, sir. I don't think you're going to find her in the club. I'm just going to say that. And look, as soon as I said that, the sun card came out. Or lady. Lady or sir. I don't think you're going to find what you're looking for where you're looking at. Look at that. Look at that. My King of Cups then came out with Pisces. And it's like you already know that. But you're in that shadow energy. And Spirit say it was a safe time to experiment. So some of y'all go on and experiment. Trying to look for what y'all looking for. Where y'all looking for it at. Or the other person looking for something. And they ain't finding it. So I think that's why they want Pisces back in the first place. So keep that in mind. What is the 10 of Cups about? Let's see. We got the moon. Ooh. Somebody feel controlling. I just said that. Yeah, somebody feel like a little bit of anxiety from a situation. Somebody is kind of forceful and controlling. Others of you that are very direct when it comes to your belief and your focus and you want this happy ending. Let's see what we got. We got the star. Okay. We got the wish fulfillment, but it takes the 3 of Pentacles, so it does talk about collaborating. And it could be marriage. But look how it came out. You got the star. You got the union. You got the Hierophant. But Pisces is right here. The Hangman is right here with the octopus. Now, why am I thinking about Ophiuchus? The 13th sign or whatever. I don't know. I might have some star seeds that's dealing with some things. And you going in opposite directions this Gemini season. Which your thoughts may be scattered and what direction to take. There could be some confusion to that. Others of you, there could be a contract or a document. You saw the world as your oyster. Didn't see something coming. Some didn't manifest like it was supposed to. And now it's like I'm reviewing some things. Right? You were ready to receive. And then here we go, this collaborative act. Now, I don't trust the Father of Pentacles in business with the Father of Cups unless the Father of Cups has overcome that passive-aggressive energy and is not going to be people-pleasing and super passive where, you know, the Father of Pentacles don't have to do shit because in shadow or in a crossing position is kind of lazy, drinks a lot, just ain't got it all together. But if I collaborate with others, that may benefit me somehow. And I'm after this golden egg. So just be mindful. This could be you, could be someone else in the environment that is trying to get to a place in life or some sort of spiritual ascension. And it's going to take a multitude or a network. It's kind of like the village. And the village card did come out. So for some of you, this is a comfort zone. Others of you, it's a birthright. But for some of you, it's like we have to some things go and make some changes in areas to get here, okay? Which talks about working with others, which talks about mastering oneself and understanding the truth about this golden egg, okay? Now, the golden egg in this deck is a spirit card. So, really quick, I did, for those of you that aren't used to this deck. Oh, and the cosmic egg had came out too. At least it ain't that black egg, child. The black egg just talk about a truth that we all need, but shit, with everything else that's going on in this reading right now, oh, you don't need no more. Okay, cool. So it says a message at the center of the heart, the unstruck chord. I love that. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep, restful ease, perhaps through yoga or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditative practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart. So this Knight of Cups has a very heavy heart. And I know the Knight of Cups and already breaking down trying to quit, and he trying to get to the Father of Pentacles energy. Slow down, young gunner. You got to get through the Father of Cups first, then the wand suit, then the swords, and then the Pentacles. So that's a very ambitious individual. Okay, it also requires becoming intimate with our every essence and comfortable with vulnerability. And I did just talk about the five senses. So it does talk about loving yourself, getting comfortable with yourself. And some of us, the despair is coming from the material plane. So a situation, failed relationships, or some repossessions. Okay, not being financially stable or having a few complications in the domestic life is really hindering some of our energy or some of our emotions that isn't helping toward change. And spirits say, I can help, but I still need you to take action in some areas, to watch what it is that you repeatedly focus on, the things that you think about when you first wake up and all fucking day long, that there has to be some sort of growth, improvement, and difference in how you feel about and see yourself, which is why we have to look into the mirror and see the hunter in us, right? Either for good or bad, to accept ourselves. Some people may not like their shadow side. I love mine, and I love it because I love me, and then anything that come with me, I just love it, right? So don't look in the mirror too long, because that's also how the Greek mythology said the narcissist was created. My point is, you can't hate aspects of yourself. That is insane. I don't want you to do that. If you do that, it's okay. We all do it. I'm not talking shit. What I'm saying is, you are not the worst person on this planet. There are people that have taken over countries, that have obliviated whole heritages, murdered millions. Like, I mean, shit. They sell cigarettes are legal, and that shit is rat poison. That's crazy. So we live in a world where all kind of shit is happening. I promise your little old self is not at the top of the list, for being the worst anything. And I would just like for you to have more confidence and love and patience for yourself, to not be so hard on yourselves, to not hold grief and shame, to question yourselves every move that you make, but then you don't make none of the motherfucking moves you're supposed to because you're also scared of that, is insane, right? So we don't want to do that. Now, outside of that, when a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. It says that your chest may swell like you're seeing an old friend that's been away for a long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. And I love that that card brought us back to this whole thing where there is someone, after healing or after letting some, heat pass, that could want to have some conversations with you guys. And then, like I said, there's this reflection and looking in the mirror where conversations are going to be had in the near future, or someone just appreciates you more for something that they missed in the past. You could also feel like that about yourself. The Stargate and the Lions portal, so it's some shit. I'm telling you, it's going to pop off. I don't know if it's in your love life. And look, yeah, me overseeing, giving the game. There's an ex, or there's just a person that comes off with this energy, or it's your guide, just kind of overseeing, trying to tell us something that may be beneficial for a pattern that we are approaching a repeat to, or something that could boost our confidence and help us persevere a little bit more, just knowing that something is there on the other side. Because some of us just like, oh my God, right? So there is some advice or a perspective. I think that something that may have happened in the past or that's going on right now could have a heavy influence in August. And so we also have Gate portal, the Stargate portal, and then that 1111 thing. So just be mindful that there could be some huge shifts happening in twin flame relationships or in your own personal life that you don't like. It's not happening yet, but something you're doing or thinking right now is going to be a part of this later thing. And I don't want that to sound scary or like too general, but that's just what it is. When it comes to the storm, this is like brainstorming. I like that because the fox is clever. You got to watch that motherfucker. It's kind of like the Knight of Cups. And then the lizard, it just talks about telepathy. It talks about that King of Wands energy. It talks about why that sun energy is probably behind the cheetah. It talks about the source of, right? And for some of you, it's the source of your well-being or the source of who you are. Some of you, it talks about being busy. So things may be improving and you could be getting busy. That's the unexpected thing. Then we have momentum. Now, some of us are building momentum, but repressing things because that the hyena came back up. So what's building momentum? Somebody ugly side gonna rear. So if you've had some people come back saying that they've changed and things are different, I think some situation is building momentum for something to happen that I don't think is the best. That's what I can say. So what thing is possibly building momentum that's not the best? So I don't have to keep using these third grade words. Ooh, confusion. See, you do it. They do it every time. It's like, yeah. See, what's building momentum? The positives. I'll start that. With the Seven of Cups, the positive thing is having multiple options and a bunch of fucking doors opening for you. That's a good thing. It also talks about having choices, a bunch of choices, and or the chaos and confusion. So something that's building momentum is possibly some chaos and some confusion. And I feel like it could inspire luck because I have the rabbit at the bottom of the deck, but that's also the rabbit looks scary running ass. See, with this raccoon right here. I don't know. Manifesting exactly what you want and then not feeling like you have the capacity to pull through. Right? Just imagine it. Somebody manifests a new house, a new relationship, and then they don't feel worthy or competent. And that's that devil. That's that energy plant in the subconscious and the psyche. You got 77 for some of you. It could be the one. You might be the one. It could be a soulmate or a marriage. That I said is building momentum. Or a divorce, child, with that storm. But look at that. I know it's not a solar storm. We all got to go get Starlink. There may be some challenges. Challenges where? Along the way or with your energy. Oh, because you don't feel like it. Something is gaining momentum, but the Five of Swords came out. It could be an argument. It could be a challenge. Why in the fuck would a horse that's in full stride, beautiful, and has momentum, sit and argue with a hyena? What do the horse and the hyena have to talk about? Okay, the hyena wants to be around someone who's lucky, that has a high vibration to sit there and try to bring them down. The hyena is hiding something, and the hyena likes to bring about confusion. The confusion creates a challenge for my person that was focused and lowers their vibration. So just be mindful. I'm going to put him up there of this hyena that could be in the environment. That's crazy. Well, that's two different things, though. It's like a hyena in one spot and then possible marriages and shit. So let's get some zodiac, some transit clarification on this hyena. We got psyche. Oh, okay. Oh, I did the devil playing in somebody's head. Negative thoughts. Bullshit. It says soul. consciousness and mind. Ooh, so that ain't even a person. That's somebody's own mind. And it says intention, potential, creation, and it says harmony, ease, and compatibility. So somebody's self-sabotaging with their trust issues and their confusion. Okay. Let's talk about this Seven of Swords then. See, I'm about to blame it on somebody else, and it says the psyche has that little hyena in there. Somebody like to play like shit I ate that ain't I ate. We have cusp. So if you are on the cusp or know some cusp babies, we also have a very naughty puppy trying to break out. Get back in there. Yeah, go away. Yeah, he's trying to break out. We also have Pluto. Remember, I brought up Pluto and Scorpio energy with my Phoenix, Queen of Cups, and her wrath or whatnot. But we have transformation, rebirth, regeneration with cusp. We have water. So there's my Pisces. Well, I like to blame everybody else, and it's Pisces. And then we have fourth house, family, roots, and foundation. We talked about that. And also action, willpower, and competition. So that's where that Five of Wands was by my Queen of Cups. Like somebody who's trying to take care of something, but, and then, so y'all bad, huh? They just done broke out. Like, free us. I'm gonna let y'all see him. Anywho, hold on, come here. Come here, Olivia. Come over here. Christopher, can you come get them? This has just been one.
Mom, they can do whatever they want.
Okay, sir, will you please hand over? Get Olivia real quick. Get her.
He's attacking me. He's attacking me.
Okay. So you're not going to be the bigger person in this situation? Okay. They just trying to stop my shine. Are y'all the haters that's coming up in this reading? Okay, here's Oliver. I wonder if y'all can see him without me tearing up stuff. Oliver, you want to say hi to my friends? Uh-oh. I don't think Oliver gonna act right. Um, Give me Olivia. She's smaller. Oliver, do you want to say hi without acting the fool? Say hey. Say hello, Oliver. Say hi to the people. Hello, people. Yeah. Okay, you're not gonna act right. Give me Olivia.
But she'll behave.
Come here. Olivia is my baby.
Amber.
I do play favoritism.
Oliver is my baby.
Of course. Okay.
You can have her. I have.
Say hello, Olivia. This is mommy's baby. Say hello. Don't touch my cards though. She's so cute. I'll see you. Sit down. Okay, now that y'all got some attention. Yeah, Pisces, so pretty much the cards said it's something in the psyche, honey. So you dealing I say that didn't get canceled. I was gonna say you dealing with a psycho. You're not. You're totally not. All right, now with this union or this marriage with the Hierophant here, where it talks about traditional and becoming aware of something. Ooh, we got the first house. We got self, body, and presence. We also have surrender, restoration, and trust. So I did talk about trust issues or changing the way we see marriage, and I love that for somebody coming back to my Pisces. It could be Pisces also having some changes of heart with that. But let's see what the devil got here, because the devil does represent, with this hyena, something in the psyche. And look what it says: discord, adjustment, dissonance. And you do have the justice card up there. And we had some discord with this storm card here. So some chaos and it's a little bit of chaos because of something that needs to come up. Okay. It's for a growth opportunity. Is Jupiter in on it? Self-defense, skill, and wisdom. So fight or flight. Those are some of the situations that could be going on. Now, when we break it down and do the finance reading, when are we going to do? I might do the finance reading today at 6 p.m., that specific time, because the love reading is tonight. Okay. but we have action, momentum, and dedication for your finances. Look, we got Gemini season at the bottom of the deck. And then we have direction, reputation, and midhaven, which I think the MC is in Scorpio. Oh, look, Spirit be looking out for you, girl. The MC is literally in Scorpio, coming up or now, because I did an overview of June, and we gonna start breaking up, for real June. Um, Inner spark, sacrifice, devotion, hobbies, and creativity. Some of us still sleeping on that, may not need to, but that is where your auspiciousness, your positivity, and your luck is. So while two things can be true, there could be some things going on that may not be all love and light and all abundance and all, oh my God, June is going to be the best month for you, Pisces. It definitely could be. But Spirit is also warning of some other things that could be in the environment. And the environment could be one's own subconscious. So us looking in the mirror could help us see that. Because when you look deep down in your eyes, you should be able to touch parts of the subconscious or the soul looking in them eyes and seeing who's boss. And it says a lot to some of you that what if you can't? Some people don't like to hear their own voices recorded. Some people don't like to see themselves in the mirror or on pictures. That is hindering you and your energy significantly, beloved. So that 28-day habit program that I was talking about, or your own personal daily rituals, may be important, because there's something in the psyche that may be causing some sort of interference. And that's either with my Pisces, or with a person in your environment, or coming into your environment. And that's what I have. I do hope that it helps.